Alright. We got another video for you here today, and Twitch is here to support and to give their thoughts on what they think about one of the biggest issues that has been plaguing the AoE 2 community. I'm, of course, talking about one thing and one thing only. Something that's on everybody's mind right freaking meow. Are monks OP? Everybody wants to know, are monks OP? Are monks too strong of a unit? Oh my goodness, I've seen so many I'm relatively involved within the YouTube AoE2 community. I watch some stuff here and there. Actually, I don't spend any time on the Reddit. I hardly even spend time on the Discord, but this was unavoidable for me. I just picked any generic Civ over here. I love how Hera did that in his video. He's like, any generic Civ, I can just go to monks, Aztec monks, strongest monks in the game. It's fine, don't worry about it. Are monks OP? What do you think? Do you think monks are OP or are they not OP? You know what I think? I think it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It really only matters to the 1% who plays competitive AoE on a daily basis. I think for the majority of us, it's totally fine. Your monks can convert stuff, or they can just die terribly to light cap. It doesn't affect us that much. Yeah, but Poop Lord, for the highest level of play, it makes it boring. It makes it stale because people are always using monks. Now, you know what makes things boring? You know what makes things stale? And Viper pointed this out in his video, is that people are not taking risks anymore. If any unit should be nerfed, in my personal opinion, it should be houses and I guess they're technically buildings and walls. Walls are way too strong. 1080 HP. If you want to see exciting competitive AoE, which sometimes I enjoy, you need people like Fat Dragon, Vivi, who are going to tower rush every single game. You're going to need people like Huang, who are going to fast castle into Celt ETC, or Beery, who's going to do a whole bunch of nutty villager rushing towers, the whole 9 yards, Berbers, pulls, whatever. Oh, Rubenstock, how could I ever forget about Rubenstock and his TC drops? Infamous, but the top 50 players, maybe the top 50 is still possible, but the top 10 players are not taking risk. They're playing relatively meta games, and that's fine. But you complaining or not complaining about monks is irrelevant. If you want more exciting games, reduce the HP on stone walls and houses. You want to know what actually is the most overpowered unit in the entire game? Hands down, not even funny, not even a joke, villagers. Villagers are so overpowered. They cost only 50 food, and within a matter of minutes, they have not only generated more food than that they're worth, but they're collecting additional for you, which then allows you, this is nuts, but it allows you to make new military units as well as other buildings, which can seriously boost your overall fighting and economic potential. Oh, chat, I hate you. Chat's like, yeah, but Poop Lord, monks convert villagers. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're back to monks. We're back to mutter clucking monks. I think we should change the game, to be honest with you, in a positive way. One thing that was brought up by a lot of the pro players was the odd costs of the monk tech. So, for example, block printing is 200, which is arguably one of the strongest technologies out there. Plus, free range on any other unit would be insane. Could you imagine if in the university, where's the university, you got chemistry and it increased the attack by 3 for hand cannoneers and bombard cannons, or if you increased I hate chat. I really do. Simas, you're the worst. I love you, but I hate you. If you got siege engineers and it increased the range of bombard cannons, or at least cannon galleons, by 3, that would be, people would hate the noms so much more. Yet monks get that for 200 gold, where this is 1100 resources. Now there's arguments to be made, yeah, but gold's more valuable, yada yada yada. Okay, sure, whatever. But then faith as well is ridiculously expensive, 750 and 1000 to make it harder for monks to convert. If you wanted to move away from the monk meta, you could just decrease the cost of faith. That way everybody could pick up faith. It would be significantly harder for stuff to get converted. Or you could give everybody heresy, also 1000 gold, relatively expensive. That's like almost clicking up to the Imperial Age. Yeah, I know it doesn't have the food costs attached to it, but it has more gold required to get heresy than it does to get Imperial. Sanctity, ridiculously cheap, very good technology. Fervor, ridiculously cheap, really good tech. Redemption, I think, is on point. It's relatively expensive, but then at the same time, if you can convert siege, it's a huge swing. I think Viper raised the point that you could potentially make redemption into 2 technologies. One for converting buildings, one for converting siege units. Personally, I don't know how to feel about that. I think we already have so many monk techs to boost them up. Seems a little bit ridiculous. Atonement, very situational. But then again, if we're doing monk meta, if that's the meta, I don't think monks is the meta necessarily. I think it depends on the map. Yeah, if you're seeing pro players playing on maps like Arena, yeah, they're gonna have monks. Who doesn't have monks on Arena? This guy doesn't have monks on Arena. But if you're seeing Cicero monks, Fast Castle Cicero monks, then you know you really have a problem, in my opinion. Regaining faith is also really, really good for a very, very cheap amount of gold. Theocracy is relatively good, but if you're good enough, you shouldn't need theocracy. I saw some players, let me just single player here, a low game. No. Single player, skirmish. I actually made a scenario for this exact talk that we're having right meow. So one thing that you can do, so first of all, okay, let's just group all of our monks together. You don't actually need theocracy, because what you can do is you can clearly just click and convert, and then click another one and convert a different one, and click another one. Oh man, so good. I want to give you guys some monk tipperuskis, by the way, which I saw from a pro player. So first of all, let's just move all of these monks over here. You can see that it's ridiculously difficult for me to click all of the different monks. Let's just get rid of this wall for a circulant second. We're squishing them in. But once we have this huge monk army over here, it's relatively difficult to click them all. Yeah, I can even show you with a smaller group of monks. But if you go for example, staggered formation, it's actually significantly easier. One thing that you could do is, yeah, you could go Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, Control 4, Control 5. Oh, now I did all of them 5. Oh, it's just a freaking pain. Do you really want to sit there and do this to all of your monks, especially if you're poop lord APMs over here? This is not the way to go about it. It's just not. The way to go about it, what I learned, is to actually run in, click one, and then you just click different ones to different ones. They're already charging, which is wonderful. Yeah, you might lose faith on some of them, but you're going to get a good amount of conversion. Works specifically well when you have like 5 of them or something in that nature, or if you possess the theocracy tech, which we just talked about, because then it doesn't even convert the same. They don't lose their faith. It's fine. It's fine. And yeah, that's monks. That's monks. Chat, do you have anything to add to this? It has more range than most units. Yeah, especially with block printing, it has 12 range, which is quite large. Still not large enough to be threatening to cannon galleons. And with the splash damage of cannon galleons, obliterates monks. I'm never afraid of monks when I'm in a pond with cannon galleons. What else is chat saying? Poop, I got an idea. Go spectate pro players' games live and pretend to be them. No, that's lame. Play a game, nerd. Oh man. That chat, you're just mean. You're just absolutely brutal over here. Monks do take forever to train. That's a good point. So the creation time on monks is quite high. Let's just quickly skirmish. Random map. Thank you. Coastal. Starting age. Imperial. Resources high. Yeah, the starting time for them is quite long to create. First of all, you need a monastery, which just takes forever. Does meet one of the imp requirements, so that's nice. I think it's one of the slowest creation times, so it's difficult to mass up. Honestly worth getting several different monks. I mean, just look at that creation time. That is trash in comparison to something like a scout. I mean, heck, we could maybe even make a freaking scout over here by the time this monk is created. We have to actually cancel this. Can we beat the monk? 60%. Go, 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 go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 scout. Yeah, but you can see it. You can see it's quite slow. Okay, let's do one more comparison. Cancel this. Go. No, cancel this. Wait. Cancel this. Boop. Boop. Let's see how much faster a scout comes out in comparison to a monk. I'm pretty sure we started the monk there first as well. With new civs, you can monastery drop. Yes. It's called a fortified church, and we've actually done a fortified church drop, which is really, really strong in my opinion, because you can put 5 villagers in it, and it does a whole bunch of bonus damage. Yeah, there's quite a bit of difference over there between the scouts. Can we make 2 scouts in the time that we can make 1 monk? I don't think so, actually. It's not too far off. That's nuts. Let's see what else chat is saying. You can make an auto hotkey macro to deselect monks 1 by 1. Oh my god, this is so bad. Just deselect 1 monk in the monk group and target a different unit with the group. Okay, so that's I think this is actually worth mentioning. Why would you do the way I just showed you? And the reason that you would do it in that way, we're doing a little deep dive onto monks at this point. No, not Wonder Race. Wonder Boy. What is the secret of your power? Is because you want to charge. So look, if I have 3 monks over here, right? That's too many. If I have 3 monks, and I click on one of these villagers, once again, you're going to go spread formation to get most optimal out of the monks. You're going to click on one and then click another one. These guys are already being converting, so they'll convert faster. You can see that the 2 side ones actually converted faster than the one that was in the middle, even though they all started at around the same time. Wait. Let's show that one more time. So I have these 3 monks over here. I'm going to click this guy. This guy goes over here. This guy goes over here. They're all already converted, and now it's just RNG which one gets the first conversion. So that's why you would convert all on one unit first and then spread your units out. It really makes a huge difference rather than clicking one on one and then one on another and then one on another. It just makes it so that the first monk is more likely, and then the second monk is more likely, and then the last monk is more likely. Of course, there's RNG in play as well, but if you're all converting at the same time, you shouldn't... And you can see there was even like a misclick in between that, and they all convert at relatively the same time. Can you deselect monks on the group taskbar channel? Let me see. Control 1. How would you go about that? I don't actually know. I guess I'm still learning about monks as well and their broken nature. Somebody said during your ban you should become a monk master. I'm more than happy to become a monk master. Control click it. Control click it. Nope. No, it doesn't seem to work. In the panel. I'm hitting control and clicking it. It's... Oh! No, it just ups the control group. I don't think that does anything. But I didn't even know that you can up the control group. If I now made these guys control 1, and these guys control 2, and now I upped... No, it just adds +1 to the control group so that you can do a lower control group. I'm clicking the monk icons with control. Chat, stop trolling me. I'm making a very serial video about how monks are ruining the meta for everyone, okay? Not that icon. Which icon? Oh, like here? I guess you can, but what's the point of deselecting one? So yeah, you could deselect like this, but that wouldn't be super duper useful. I guess if you had... We're learning more and more about monks as we're doing this video, which I love having chat for. So if you did something like this, I guess that works. That relatively does the job, what you wanted to do. I still think it's easier to just have the monks in their little grouper, spread them out, and then instead of clicking over here, just click boop, boop. I guess that was too slow. Maybe it is better. Easier with chaotic APM. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Are monks ruining the freaking meta, or is everybody just freaking out about nothing? I think people are freaking out about nothing. I think it's irrelevant to 99% of the player base. It's not about the pro players. At least it's never been about the pro players in my personal perspective. Yeah, it's fun watching a pro player game from time to time, but it's not make or break for the average AoE2 enjoyer if monks get a significant nerf. And think about this. How would you go about nerfing monks? Would you spread out the text more? Would you balance the resources more for the monks? Would you decrease the range of monks? Would you decrease the amount of HP that monks have? Would you give additional bonus damage against monks on other units? How would you resolve this very, very important issue? 1600 elo aren't even close to pros, and monks are still OP at this ELO. I don't know. I personally disagree. I think it definitely is map dependent. If you're Arabia, totally. If you're, sorry, if you're Arena, totally. If you're Arabia, not so much. In my perspective. Memes, and dreams. Keep on walking. That was a very, very important video about monks. I think it's irrelevant. Although, you know what? Maybe it is relevant. Maybe monks should be nerfed. Every single one of my videos in the video description talks about the missionary strat, and it's just busted. It's completely broken. Missionaries dominate the meta. You better watch out if your opponent picks Spanish on Arabia, because you know what they're gonna go for. Fast missionaries.